I was like, what? I had to Google it. I was like, no, that can't be real. This is
It's
super interesting.
that's quite. I did an interview recently and they asked me like what's a legacy you want to leave behind? And I'm like, I don't know if
Got
you've
one.
heard, but like my family, they invented Play-Doh. I don't think there's much of a legacy to beat than that. Like what a bar. Like it's crazy. Like my dad has some of like the original before like even the coloring was added and like the little containers.
Do you still have it?
So yeah, he
Oh
has
man,
it.
What?
Who hasn't played with Play-Doh?
Hasbro?
Everyone in this room right now has had Play-Doh in their
Play-Doh's
life.
the shit. I've
Yeah.
spent loads of money
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, and the machine where you put it in and then you pulled that hammer down and it squeezed all the different
Yeah.
colours
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So you guys have it in the UK too.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
it's
grew up with it.
huge in the UK.
I think it's all over the world. Like
Every child in Britain had
That's
Play-Doh.
so
There's
Yeah,
no
you
cool.
put the
child
hair
that
in, it
didn't have
goes out. You make a little McDonald's set with the burgers and
The
the buns and
smell-
the cheese.
the smell of Play-Doh made me feel safe.
Rage Whale. Special guest episode. We have another hugely talented guest all the way over from the States. This time, our guest, Brittany McVicker from Cincinnati, Ohio, comes on to discuss her new movies that's coming out soon, being on the Superman set, how she got started in the industry, and her family legacy of Play-Doh. Incredible. We hope you enjoy this really fun and interesting conversation. Welcome back, guys. Today we have a very special guest. We have Brittany McVicker. How are you doing?
I'm so good. How are you guys?
Yeah, good. So just for the audience, Brittany, am I pronouncing your name right? It's Brittany, yeah?
Perfect. Yeah.
Perfect. Good. She's an actor, producer, model, a philanthropist, and there's some information about Play-Doh that we'll come to a bit later that we thought was very interesting. But first of all, whereabouts do we find you today? Whereabouts are we speaking to you from?
I am on the East Coast getting a project produced. So lots of fun things going on. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
So very, very
Amazing.
early
What-
stages. So we'll see if it even happens.
Nice. Whereabouts are you? You in New York or somewhere else?
Yeah, South Carolina.
Ooh,
So
very
kind of,
nice.
yeah, East Coast, East South.
So James is disappointed because he wore loads of West Coast LA stuff because he heard you're in LA at the moment.
Hence the hat.
Oh, no, I have been everywhere but LA lately. The state of the film industry over here, not much is filming in LA, which is hopefully going to be changing soon with all the tax cuts. So everyone is getting everything made. I've been in Texas, Atlanta, New York, Mississippi, like everywhere but LA.
It's all happening in Scotland too.
Yeah.
Yes. You guys have a lot of really cool filming over there.
Yeah, we've got Spider-Man there at the moment in Glasgow, which is pretty cool. But yeah, there's lots of filming in Canada and stuff because I know LA's got really expensive, hasn't it, for all the filming? So everyone's
Yeah,
kind of
and
like
it's
avoiding it completely.
yeah, and it's also the taxes because everywhere is offering so many tax incentives. So, go where the money is.
And where about
The only
sorry, Drew.
Sorry, no. I was gonna say the only silver lining to that is more movie stars are coming to England because like people are filming. Like you got Robert Pattinson in like Liverpool making Batman. You've got Tom Holland doing Spider-Man in Glasgow. It's like all these places that normally wouldn't get Hollywood kind of presence. They're coming over to England, so it's really quite special for us. But I appreciate it's not great that they're charging a ridiculous price to make movies.
Have you ever been over to Britain before?
Yeah, not on official like filming capacity. I do have an agent in the UK. So we've tried to get a couple of things rolling, so we'll see. It's like my bucket list to film over there.
Nice,
It'll be
nice.
cool.
Whereabouts are you actually from? Because I know you're like Midwest. We don't know America that well, but whereabouts roughly are you from?
I'm from I was born in a little town called Cincinnati. I've lived so many places, but it's in the middle of nowhere. So, actually,
What
you know
state is that?
what? It's Ohio. Steven Spielberg, I heard, was born in Cincinnati as well. So we were born in the same place. So who would have thought?
Ah, no,
That's
very
Yeah.
cool.
good. I-
Yeah, I was like, huh.
As we're getting into things, like we were saying before as well, like we really thank you for like getting in contact with us. Just wondered how did you find out about it? Was it your PR person that got that sorted?
No, I've watched your guys' show before, and then I told my team, I was like, is there any way we can reach out to these people and see if I could be lucky enough to be on? Because I love hearing all your guys' takes on film and things like that. Like whenever you do your like reviews.
You
Oh,
must have got a
amazing.
good episode.
I was gonna say.
He's normally the review guy, but yeah.
Oh, very
Yeah.
good, very good. I find it shocking that someone's like contacted us deliberately, you know.
We thought it was a wind up.
We're like
No,
Kev
no,
Sweets
I
get
really
scammed.
do love your stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
But
that's
no, I really do love it.
that's
It's really good stuff.
amazing.
Wow, thank you.
Don't know how
The
to react to
shock.
that. That's pretty cool. A bit of shock,
Like
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Yeah.
I just assumed you'd have said, "Oh, your PR person just contacts loads of people and sees what happens." But
Hope for the
that's
best.
really nice. That's very
Well, that
nice.
too, but no.
But yeah, we do have, yeah. Well, we've got lots to discuss, but again, interject with anything you fancy as well. But I know you've just finished. We'll go through a few things because you've got a few projects happening at the moment. But I know
That's a
you just
lot.
finished, and I know you spoke about a lot of other people as well. But especially for like the UK audience, I don't think you've spoken to many people over here.
Sorry to interrupt the show. Just a reminder to say we love and appreciate you all for listening to the podcast, whether it's on Spotify, Apple, or Amazon. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, follow, as this really helps us continue to progress and improve the content and keeps us making these fun episodes for you guys. Oh, we're also on these things called Instagram and TikTok. You can follow us there too, as we share short, funny reels on the reg that you can share with friends if you like. Now, back to the mayhem.
Like I know you've just finished filming Dogwoods with Eric Roberts, and just for the audience, Eric Roberts has been an actor in The Dark Knight, Expendables, Babylon, The Specialist, Cable Guy,
Best of the
and
best.
Best of the Best is
Crazy.
the best film he's been in. My
Such
favorite,
a good movie.
and James's favorite, Human Centipede 3.
Is he in that?
He was
Yeah.
in that, yeah.
No
That film
way.
is so funny.
Yeah, he's been in
Yeah.
some interesting projects, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, that was it. How was it like working with him, and what's the film about, and what role do you play in that?
Well, anytime that you hear you're going to be working with someone who's literally been nominated for the highest award possible, in acting, an Academy Award, it's, you're like, oh my God, you're like, what am I going to do? And it was super nerve-wracking. But he was just so amazing and lovely to work with, humble. Like anytime it seems like you meet or work with someone of that caliber, you understand why they've made it there. You know what I mean? You're like, wow, you're the real deal. And you learn so much from them and so many little tips and tricks. It was amazing. But it is a Western, and hopefully it will be out sometime early next year, maybe. But it's a really cool watch. It's a period piece set in late 1888 is I think the era it's in. But yeah, it's really cool. So I can't wait for you guys to watch it.
Do you get to do the spinny gun thing?
No, I didn't get any guns. I didn't have any guns. I know. It was
Are you
kind of
in the saloon? Like, where are you? What's your? Are you allowed to tell us what your character is, or is that?
Oh yeah,
well,
you might not be able to tell us
that's
yet. Or
that's a
can you tell
great
us?
question. That was a great question, but what I will say is I had a lot of fun and we had horses and I remember one day we were filming out in this giant field and I had the worst allergies and I had to take a Benadryl and I don't know if you guys have Benadryl in the UK, but I was
Yeah.
falling asleep. And so in the scene she's supposed to be like really exhausted and tired. And so I watched a clip of it and I was like, okay, not bad acting, not bad acting. And I was like, but I really wasn't acting because I really was like, oh, I was like,
That's amazing.
so yeah, my face looks swollen and it plays,
Oh god.
thankfully. But yeah, it's a really gritty film,
True,
so
I
it'll be
think
cool.
Benadryl is we have it for hay fever over here.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we call it
Quite strong.
Verities. It doesn't sound as cool.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
that makes
for
you drowsy and stuff,
allergies.
doesn't
Yeah,
it?
like
Yeah, it's not, it's
yeah. It
like
says
the
don't
one
go
that
behind
makes you like,
wheels or on horses.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not riding any horses that day, but I was like not feeling well.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
How long was the shoot for?
Well, so we shot some of it last year over the summer, and then sometimes whenever you complete a movie, you come back and you do reshoots. So maybe something just wasn't the direction they wanted to go in, or sometimes they add a scene to like give the film a bit more life. So everything was wrapped in April. So it took a long time coming back and reshooting and making it perfect. So Ruby Garnett was our executive producer, and she is one of the best producers I've ever met. So she knew how to make this happen, how to make sure it looks the best. So I think it could revive Westerns again.
Oh wow. I know you
Yeah.
said you were asleep on the back of a horse, or kind of tired from that. But did you do any like horse training or riding? Does your character ride a horse, or is that
Well,
like?
just to clarify, I never took the Benadryl the day I rode horses. So that's a huge
No, of
safety.
course.
No.
100%.
Oh
But
yeah,
I
yeah,
grew
yeah.
up, yeah, no, I grew up riding horses, and I've always loved riding like down mountains or just trails. And I'm shooting a movie later this month. It's like a sci-fi, how do you like, kind of like a Narnia in a way. It's kind of reminds you of
Wow.
Narnia, but there's a lot of horses in that, so I'm really excited. There's a
So
lot of
horses
horse
on your CV,
movies.
like I'm good with horses.
No, it actually
From
is. Yeah, that's
Ohio,
why I
mate.
keep
That's
getting
all like
casted. Well, no, guys, I've heard
yeah.
a horror story
It's like cool that.
where no, I've heard a horror story before where like this girl said she could ride and then showed up the set and she couldn't ride and she was like fired on the day. Cuz you can't
Oof.
it you need training.
Can't fake
You're going to
that.
get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember
so
there was a moment where I had breakdancing on my CV, and my wife told me to take it off. She's like, "You're gonna get in trouble for that," and I'm like, "No one's gonna hire me for breakdancing." And there was this cool like music video, and they sent me the script, and I was like, "Oh, there's like a lead guy and a lead girl," and I was like, "Oh, maybe they want me for the love interest." And there's three guys breakdancing on a car. And then my wife was like, "You're going to be on the car." I'm like, "What were you talking?" No, like they want me for the guy. Like she's like, "No, you're on the car." And they're like, "How do you feel about breakdancing on the car?" I'm like, "I might break my neck." Like, and so I literally took it off. Like, you cannot have something on your CV that you are not good at, and you are gonna get found out. So
you
Drew just
are.
standardly gets caught lying on his CV.
yeah, I know. Yeah. I've taken a few things off my CV: sword fighting, underwater, diving. I don't know. Yeah, just take them off. Be authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise you get caught out. For
They
sure.
will pull you out
Oh.
for that. They'll be like, "We want you because you can do this. You said you can do this." It's not good.
False advertising. Did you have to lasso anyone? Is that still a thing?
Are you going to go through all the cliches of where?
Yeah, I'm going to tick every box. Yeah,
Slide
Oh,
a drink
lasso.
up a saloon bar.
What did you call lasso? Lasso? What did you
Lasso?
say?
Lasso?
Lasso?
Lasso? You
We
said
Lasso,
call it
yeah.
a lasso.
I don't know.
Yeah, we call it a lasso. But yours is way cooler.
A
Like, I know
lasso
you guys,
sounds better than lasso.
you guys say like trolley for like a shopping cart, right?
Shopping cart.
No?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, a little
Trolley.
trolley. Yeah.
A trolley?
We also
I
say
think
that when
it's
we
so
get
cool.
drunk. They're like, "You got trolleyed last night," and people are like, "What?" So it's like, yeah, that's if we have too much drink, we get trolleyed.
I love it. I love all the, I
We
wish
ruined
I was
our own
British.
language.
We
No,
have
I
some
wish.
really weird. This is a weird tangent. We have some really weird words for being drunk. So we say, "Out of our tree," "off my head,"
Oh,
"trolleyed." Can you guys name any others?
could
So
literally
many. We
say
take
anything.
one word and then think about 18 different slang words for it. So we just talk in tongue a lot of the time.
But
I love it.
it's weird how we can understand it. But we could do an entire episode just discussing the difference between American and British slang and stuff like
True.
that. But that's the thing. The weird thing is about with Britain, we use a lot of accidental American words because we watch so much American film and TV. Like the amount of times you say
yeah.
the word sidewalk accidentally when it's pavement, but we say sidewalk occasionally just because we've watched too much TV or something.
An apartment.
you guys
We
call
say,
it
"Oh,
pavement?"
that's your nice apartment."
Pavement, yeah,
Pavement. Yeah.
and
That
a
does sound
lift,
really
Okay.
weird now.
not an elevator, it's a lift.
I've heard lift. That makes
Yeah.
sense. To
Yeah,
be
because
fair,
it lifts.
it makes
yeah,
sense.
it- you up.
I mean, neither are right or wrong, but
But then actually, technically, it elevates you. So there is.
well done, Drew.
Bing.
All the words make sense.
Sometimes, not always for me, but yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
love
to
it.
go a little bit back on track, I understand that you've got another new film that's, I think you've done it now. It's in post-production and it's coming out soon as well, in a complete
Which one?
different genre. Kill Trip, yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
because this is
Oh my
like a
God, it's
complete
so
different.
good. This is different
It's
than
like
anything
psychological
I've ever
horror
done.
thriller.
Yeah, I think it definitely leans more thriller than horror. But I think horror fans will definitely still enjoy it. It's super stylized. So think like Alfred Hitchcock. They really thought this through and planned this out so well. And so I'm really excited for everyone to see this. I heard the trailer is going to be dropping soon, so we'll see.
Okay.
We'll for sure be sharing that, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, could you send us a link and we'll share that trailer.
Oh, I will
Yeah, I've been
as
trying to
soon
find
as
the
it's
release
out.
date. I don't think we've got it yet.
No,
Nice.
I think they're still trying to work out the release date. I think they'll probably have it once the trailer comes out. So that's really cool. Samara
Oh, nice.
Armstrong's in it. Have you guys ever seen like the OC or Mentalist or Entourage? She's in all of those.
Yeah, I used to watch the OC.
She's a
All the ones.
Yeah.
yes! Powerhouse. I mean, she's like the coolest. So it's gonna be really good.
And,
It's
and
orange.
what's the plot of this film? What's the story here?
So it's about a group of kids that are trying to get to a music festival, and they run along the side of the Texas highway and run into a guy that's a little shifty, we will say, and hitch a ride with him. And then this whole story unfolds.
Sounds
so it's
cool.
really cool.
Oh, that sounds a bit Texas Chainsaw Massacre, doesn't it?
I was about to say, like, you don't hitch a ride in Texas full
No.
stop. That's
But it
the
also sounds a bit like
shot-
wrong
Hitchhiker as well.
state.
Yeah, we filmed a lot of this movie where Texas Chainsaw happened, like the same town, which is crazy.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
amazing.
I always forget
That's
that's like,
insane.
was that a true story, Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Based on a true story.
I don't know if it was.
I've never seen it.
No, it did say it.
Imagine if that was real.
Oh,
You have to
I don't.
Google it
I've
now.
never seen it, so I don't. Yeah, you're gonna have to let me know. I heard it's a scary movie.
That gives me
though.
even more nightmares if that shit is real. That is
No,
Yeah,
that's
that's
straight away.
the
First
idea
word on Google. No.
No.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Can you
I mean, if
imagine
someone's
a little weird
He's going around
family?
with someone else's skin. Sorry, you're gonna know about it. Like that thing happened around the
Well,
corner.
to be
you're like,
fair, like it is taking on parts from Ed Gein, who skinned people and used their skin to make
Yeah, I just read
lampshades
that.
and
He had a
stuff.
big forehead as well.
Mhm.
wait, is that
Mhm.
Look at
is that the new
forehead.
one with Charlie
Show a
Yeah.
movie on that.
Hunnam?
Yeah,
You know the
Charlie
new one?
Hunnam's in a new Netflix series coming out
Monsters.
next year about Ed Gein.
There you go.
Does
Yeah.
look a bit like Charlie Hunnam, to be fair.
Well, no, but Charlie Hunnam
That's
is
scary.
that's a proper thing.
So what sort of films are you into then? What if obviously I know you probably can't tell us too much about the films you've just done that are not out yet, but what sort of films do
Mhm.
you enjoy watching? Because I know you're a bit of a buff.
Very different than anything I think I've been in or go out for. One of my
Okay.
favorite movies is Sunset Boulevard. It's a black and white movie. So good.
Oh
They
yeah.
just did this amazing Broadway show of it, and amazing. Funny Girl, Breakfast at Tiffany's, anything that's like 60s.
Funny
Like
enough,
all my favorite films. Huh?
those films you mentioned, we did our photo shoot at a very specific cinema in London, which really only shows like old movies. And they had advertised Sunset Boulevard, Breakfast at Tiffany's, and what they have is a really unique cinema. So where our pictures were taken, they have this big chalkboard where people can write suggestions for films, and they'll have like Reservoir Dogs or fill in the blank Pulp Fiction, stuff like that. But they have all the old timey classics come up there, and I think it's probably the only picture house in London that probably shows that, and that's really desperate. They don't have the Hollywood blockbusters or anything like that. They rely on like proper cinema fans, cinephiles.
Yeah, it's the old school.
And,
And they make
Like
like big events
Casablanca
out
as
of it.
well. Like I guess
Yeah.
Yeah.
Casablanca.
So you mainly
Oh,
into the
good.
classics. I mean, what have you seen? Have you seen anything recently this year, like in the cinema this year? What stuff have you seen that you've enjoyed?
Lately, the most recent thing I've been watching is a show that came out, I think, in like 2001. It's called Smallville. I think that's literally the most recent thing I've seen. I love that show.
Superman.
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
trying.
So
I'm
you've not gone
edging
to see the
closer
new
and closer.
Superman?
I saw it.
She's too busy, man. She's too busy to go to the movies. She's in the movies.
A
Yeah.
lot of my friends worked on Superman. I went to the set last year. I think I have hang on just a second. I have it with me. I have this like
Oh.
scrapbook. I take it everywhere with me. I have it in here. Okay. So this is really cool. So my friend did a lot of like the designing and the cars and stuff, and look what I got. It's one of the actual decals. Like I got a couple of them they used in the movie, and they like put on the cars. So it's like Metropolis
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Police.
That's
Whoa,
awesome.
I
stencils.
love it.
Stencils from
That's
And
cool.
these are the ones on the cars.
So you're on. So did you
That's
say you
cool.
were visiting the set, or your friend on
Yeah,
set?
I did when they were shooting in Cleveland, and they were like, just don't put this on eBay, and I was like, got it. So yeah, I love these. It's
Got
like going to my scrapbook.
That's cool.
What was the experience like? What did you see? Did you get to see any of the action happening or any of the action
they
scenes?
were
or-
that was the day when he came outside, like the first day he was in his full Superman fit. And I mean, he's giant. I mean, you saw him and you were like, oh my God, that's Superman. Like, I would have been convinced. Like, it was crazy. It was really cool.
He does have the right look, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Have you boys seen Superman yet? I
Yeah,
can't
that's when he
remember.
saved the squirrel, I think.
Not yet, but I will do.
It is good.
It's a fun
It is really
movie.
good.
I really enjoyed it.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
Wait, have you seen it? You have seen it.
Yeah. It's such a fun movie. Like, I feel like a lot of films lately just need more entertainment value. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, just to sit there and just like watch it. Like, my film Kill Trip coming out. Excuse me. I think it's just gonna be a fun watch. Like, you know, everyone's always like, what's the purpose? What's the drive? And like, it's there. But like, sometimes you just want to escape and just like watch something.
Fully agree.
People
Yeah.
forget it's called entertainment, right? Because people are like, why do they make this?
Yes.
It's like entertainment, man.
Yeah. This is super.
James, you look like you just got a massive head and a tiny body. Like your
Look how
t-shirt
preposterous.
disappeared
Look how
there.
ridiculous this cup is.
But
Look
it's
at that.
actually got a cape. That's
That's
Does it
cool.
taste a bit
awesome.
Son's, by the way, not mine.
Does it taste a bit plasticky when you drink it, or is it all right?
It's Reef's. It's not mine. I haven't drank out of it before.
Oh, okay.
See, that's the thing with movies. Like, I think you've hit the nail on the head there, because there are certain films that you want, you know, something deep and really intricate, like your psychological thrillers, where you want that journey, and then there's some where you just want not as, you know, not just bright colors and explosions, but just entertainment, fun, a bit of comedy, a bit of entertainment, a bit of simplicity. And some of the films I watched this year, some of the best ones I've watched, could not be classed as like deep or highbrow. They're just a bit silly and a bit fun, and that sometimes hits it. Like, I just went to see, I don't know if anyone here has seen The Naked Gun yet.
Not yet, but I'm 100% going to. I watched the original the other day.
Yeah, it's only out this week, so it's brand new. It's very fresh, but like Leslie Nielsen and Pamela Anderson, and you watch it, and it should be terrible, and it kind of is, and it's amazing. Like, I was laughing, I was smiling all the way through, and it's the lowest of lowbrow, and it's so bad that it's good.
I miss
love-
silly comedy though. I watched the original the other day, and there's a bit where someone dies. O.J. Simpson dies, and he gets pushed in the water, and they go to investigate it, and there's like a floating out shape of a body in the water.
Oh, yeah.
Or when he goes to kick the door down, his foot goes through, and he gets stuck, and all like the bad guys are just sort of on the other side waiting for him to come through. It's just stupid humor. It's silly and fun, like Happy Gilmore
It's
too.
slapstick. It's slapstick, isn't it? I love that
It's
kind of
making
thing.
a comeback, I think.
Like Brittany said, you
I hope
need that
so.
entertainment. I think when the world is so crazy right now, you just want to kind of escape
Yeah,
and just be entertained and forget about everything going on and just be in this little bubble of entertainment. Like,
Yeah, I mean, everything's
that's- I
gotten
think-
like, it's great to be like political and stuff sometimes, or you know, to share your views and values. I mean, it's needed, and art is political in a sense, but like sometimes you just really want escapism. Like, you just don't want to think, you want to turn your brain off for an hour and a half, hour and 50 minutes, and it's like, yeah, this is good.
yeah. Just a bit of silly fun that makes you just smile for an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's what Happy Gilmore 2 was. Like, I watched that, I put it on thinking, here we go. And I just had fun. It was a fun movie. Is it going to win an Oscar? No. Like, but it's fun. It's a fun, silly movie. And there's when you think back, when you watch it and start, like I just said about the Naked Gun scene, you're just like, that's actually really stupid, but it's really clever. Like, and it's, you
But
know,
you have to be
simple
really
story, but it's just
intelligent.
funny.
You have to be really intelligent to make these silly things. Like,
Yeah.
the Naked Gun, like, the actors in the film don't realize, well, they do obviously, but they're playing it straight. They're playing it like
deadpan.
this is so serious and doing mad, weird stuff. And that's what sells it. If they were doing it too earnest and a bit too silly, it wouldn't work. So yeah, I think it's just the way it kind of present, like Final Destination this year. That was very simplistic and over the top, and it was spot on. Probably one of the best, like, of that genre, especially of the nostalgia films coming back out again, that are really good. So yeah, it's a good mix.
Yeah, and comedy's really hard to do. I did a comedy last year, and I was like, I'd rather be on the floor sobbing in a scene than to having to like it, because it's the timing, and it's like you got to get it down, and I'm just not that funny of a person, so I was really struggling. I was like, everyone's doing this so flawlessly, and my jokes aren't landing. So we'll see how it works.
Well, I think it's difficult for an actor because you've got to hit your mark, get the words right, get the position right, get your facial expressions right, and try and be funny at the same time. It's too much to think about.
Yeah, I don't think
that's what
comedy's
Liam
for me.
Neeson said in an interview. He said,
Yeah,
So what you're saying?
no, he was just saying that he was just going to play it like straight. Like, I'm going to pretend that I'm in a serious film, and that's what will make it funny.
Yeah.
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 Liam Neeson's basically playing his role from Taken in this, but just doing weird shit.
Ooh.
He's like
Okay, now I'm
serious.
excited
He's
to
like,
see it.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, and then mad
But
stuff happens.
the kind of farcical element is genius though, when he's like, come in, take a chair, and like Pamela Anderson literally takes a chair and leaves, and it's like all these little really funny, quirky.
The trailer makes it weird because it's better in the film because that's not what happens in the real film. He goes, take a chair, and she goes, I've got plenty at home.
Okay, that's
and
brilliant.
then he carries on the conversation as if nothing happened.
That's great.
And that one guy goes to Liam Neeson and goes, can I ask you a question? He goes, yeah. And I swear, like almost a minute of silence of them looking at each other. Liam Neeson's like, is this guy going to ask me a question or what? Like,
okay. Oh, and the question was, can I ask you a question?
No, he goes, yeah, can I ask you a question? He goes, yeah. Which is looking around. Because anyway, sorry.
Cool.
I love it.
Yeah, one thing we brought up in this podcast before, as we said, Drew does acting as well, and he's told us about some of his embarrassing or weird auditions. Have you had any sort of outlandish, bizarre, or just really good ones, like auditions that you've left going, I've nailed that, or this did not go well because of something bizarre?
I think like 90% of them, I'm like, this did not go well. Like, I don't know. So, Drew, you're an actor too. You probably are like, huh, that was weird because, you give your all to this tiny little phone and you're like pouring your heart out. And then you're like, well, you walk away. Like, for me, it's like the rest of the day, you just spent like a couple minutes crying and preparing, and then you have like things to do that evening and you feel drained, or it's like, I don't know, like auditioning is so weird.
Yeah. But I think they're the best though, in the sense that you've given it everything, right? It cost you something. And that's what I always wanted to do, to come out of something and be like, at least I gave it 110%, rather than just going in and just phoning it in. But you're right. I think as soon as you leave, the problem is you try to carry on your day, like you'll be having lunch or a sandwich with a friend, and you're thinking about the audition. You're like, just leave it in the past. Like, just leave it be. And if you hear back, great. If you don't, then just prepare for the next one. But I think what these guys were saying is I've just been involved in some absolutely ridiculous scenarios that I imagine the casting directors play for a laugh at the end of the year. Like at like New Year's, they get all of the casting people around and go, look what we made these people do. And it's like they're just having a laugh and drinking, and at our expense maybe. Because some of the stuff.
So, like, before I got into acting, a lot of my friends were producers or casting directors or actors too. But one of my best friends, she's in casting, and no, that is not the way at all. It's like they're really cheering, and this really helps me though. And maybe anyone listening, they really are cheering you on. Like, their job is on the line. Like, they have to go after jobs just like we do, like pitching themselves, trying to be the CD on a project. And if they don't find that person, they'll fire them and hire someone else. They're really rooting for you. Like, they want you to be that person.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way of looking at it.
I mean, that's a really positive way, and I love your optimism. I just mean that when I go in for like a kind of Brill Cream ad, and they're like, right, you look in the mirror, and then you land on the toilet seat, and then the toilet seat becomes an Indiana Jones roller coaster ride, and you're trying to act all this out. And
don't worry, we don't have a clue what he's talking about either, Brittany.
Then you get catapulted. What the hell are you
saying?
I know what he's talking about. I do.
Catapulted off the toilet seat. You then land. Your arms are caught between
he's still going.
Robot hands. A fan's blowing you in the face. Then the floor goes from under you. You land in a basement on a battered chair, and there's some weird like robot girl looking at you. You give her the eye. Then it cuts back to reality, and you're in the mirror again.
Is this a real thing?
That was an advert I was going up for, and I was like,
I believe
and
it.
they told me it. They told me it like that, and they said, "So, are you going to remember all that?" And I'm like, "What?" They're like, "We're just going to roll the camera, and you just imagine you're going through each of those scenarios." I'm like, "You're not going to just tell me them as it happens?" No. And then they just sit back.
Well, sometimes
And I'm
they
like-
don't know what they're looking for. They want to get a feel from the right person doing the right thing.
I would
And
love to see that advert made a reality.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to look it up, man, on YouTube. I tell you, man, the Brill Cream toilet travel journey guy, whatever. But
is the
the
word
thing
Brill
is,
cream,
right?
does Brill cream even translate to
I
American?
mean, Brill Cream just,
Is
that
that-
sounds
I
wrong as
wasn't
well.
gonna ask.
hair
It just
gel.
sounds
Hair
wrong.
gel.
Oh!
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, exactly right.
God
So
knows
it's
what she was
cream.
thinking. You're talking about some cream and then
No.
sitting on the toilet.
This is what I'm saying. It seems so inappropriate, right? It's so inappropriate.
There's
But then it's
some.
like, but then it felt like one of
Jesus,
those like
Drew.
games. You know that weird game where it's like, I went to the shop and I picked up a football. I went to the shop, I picked up a football and a blow up bed. I went to the shop and picked a football, a blow up bed, and a chocolate bar.
Mhm.
That's
I'm
what
so
it
sorry.
That's great. And I was just that's great. That's great. Yeah,
Have you had an audition like that where they just say everything at you and go, do it?
I haven't had an in-person audition since like 2021.
Okay.
So I usually just decline those if I'm being honest. I'm like I don't even
Have you ever
try.
ridden
I'm
in
like
toilet
they
seat?
don't want
That's fine.
me.
That's fine.
Drew, I've got some really bad
I'm
news
so
for
worried
you.
down with it.
I don't know where
Uh-oh.
you got that audition guy's number from, but it doesn't look like Brill Cream have done an advert since the 1950s. Are you sure you weren't just in some random dude's basement and he was filming you
Well, it
doing
might not
weird
have been Brill
stuff?
Cream. It might not have been Brill Cream. Volume. What's that other one?
No, we're going with the you're in a weird guy's
Shockwave.
basement story.
Well, okay. See, this is them again throwing me under the bus in
No
weird
judgment.
scenarios.
No judgment from me.
Me eating
You know.
cornflakes in
Did
a
you-
G-string.
did you get-
Casting couches.
Did you get paid?
Exactly.
Do you guys have that term over there, casting couch?
Oh yeah, that's awkward though. That's some serious stuff,
But-
right?
No,
I
that's
think it means-
serious stuff. Yeah.
I
I
had
didn't
a-
know.
I
I
had a
don't
like,
think
casting
we have that
director-
over here. I think it happened over there.
I had a casting director do this weird thing
We've just seen it over
Like-
here.
to my hand like this. He was literally doing this with his finger and like, oh, you'll have to come in and see me sometime. I'm like, whoa. That was really
just
bizarre.
stroking your hand.
Yeah.
which
Stroking
this
the middle of
happens
my
to a
palm.
lot of men too. It's like
Yeah.
not really. I think there's a lot more support for women now, which is great. But
Yeah.
I haven't really heard a lot of support for men that are going through this.
The irony was my agent was like, oh, they're really good casting directors. You should get in there. I'm like, whoa, not get in there. Did you see what he was doing to the palm of my hand, man? Like,
Mhm.
nah.
They wanted you
not
in
at
there,
all.
Drew.
Yeah.
In there.
Well, remember it happened to the big guy in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Terry Crews.
Yeah.
He got casting
Oh.
couched. He got
Really?
It's just,
yeah. He got full on.
that's,
I mean,
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
people you wouldn't try and stitch up. I mean, a guy like that, you'd be like, nah, just
Yeah,
stay away
but
from
he's
him.
a-
He's absolutely
he's a
mad.
bit like
He's a
like a
It was
British
sweetheart.
actor.
psychological.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
You know.
yeah.
I didn't know that about Terry Crews.
Yeah, I mean, he's a
Okay.
sweetheart. Just because he's a bodybuilder doesn't mean he can't be manipulated and all sorts. You know, these people are experts at doing it, so they can do it to anyone.
Well, a lot
But
of
it's
them in
also
prison
nice.
now, luckily. So
It's, it's dangling the carrot, right? It's the idea of saying, if you want your dreams to come true, this is this little moment in time that we won't tell anyone about.
it's Harvey
It's our little
Weinstein, isn't it?
secret.
101.
And then, yeah, man, that's dark because you're taking advantage of people's hopes and aspirations and making that have a cost that's going to, damage them mentally and psychologically, like you said.
But luckily, to stick on a positive side, that is a huge minority, and there's loads of amazing people out there that do amazing jobs
Yeah,
on everything.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a good industry and gets the right people in the right roles usually.
But Drew did have sex with Harvey Weinstein.
Well, we don't shame people,
We don't.
on
Yeah,
their
but
past.
the irony is, it
Drew
didn't
had a
help
good
my
time,
career.
and that's all that matters.
If it did, it was a wasted effort, man. Like, it didn't help my career.
Oh,
So-
It
God.
didn't either, did it? No.
It's fine.
Brilliant.
You know?
When did you? I was going to ask a couple of questions actually, because
Yeah.
I saw on your IMDb something. James is really into like wrestling and WWE and WWF, and you had a credit there. I was just wondering what you were involved in there.
Yeah, John Cena produced a show for Peacock, so I played like Ric Flair's wife.
Huh.
And yeah, actually in the Western movie we have a pretty popular what does he do? Not wrestling, it's
Was
WWE,
it
it's wrestling,
UFC or
right?
something?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know
Yeah.
John
Yeah.
Cena produced.
Yeah,
John
I've
Cena's
worked with a
great.
lot
He's
of people from the wrestling WWE world, so they're all really nice and not scary. You'd think they would
Yeah,
be.
Cena's in his last 4 months, and then that's it. He's done.
Mm-hmm.
Straight. It'd be 100% Hollywood after that.
I was going to say, none
Yeah,
of
it's
us
a
know what
cool
you
thing
mean,
to get
James.
into.
Well, he's got 4 months left of being in a wrestling ring, and then he's done. And then it's more
Okay.
producing, I guess, directing, acting, maybe writing. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Maybe he can do that.
I was good. Yeah, I just wondered what you did now. That's cool. That's a nice little
It
little
was so
addition,
much
isn't it? It's a
fun.
different
Yeah.
world, isn't it? But it's all
Such
Also,
a
full
a
of
Ric
Drew
Flair
knows.
program, like a program like Ric Flair would have so many like eyes on it because he's like one of the legends. He's like up there with Hulk Hogan, like R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
With like the greatest of all time to play his fan. Bear in mind his family are now in the business. His daughter is quite prominent in it, Charlotte Flair. Yeah, that'd be a pretty cool. Might try and I'll try and find that program.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. They used like
How did
the
it
guy playing
compare?
Ric Flair, they used all of Ric's real clothing. So like the real like Ric Flair iconic jacket he
Feathery,
had. And
yeah.
yeah, so that was cool. We had to be really careful with that. Yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah, he's quite an entertaining character, isn't he?
Mhm.
I don't know anything about wrestling, but I know him, so like everyone knows him, doesn't they?
Yeah.
How is that different? Because like obviously working with actors and then working with wrestlers, and there's a common thread of acting to a degree.
No, it
within
was
that.
someone playing him.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no actors on set. There's no wrestlers on set or anything like that. It was all just the cast.
I think there was some of the days. I think Ric Flair might have been there. I don't really. That's been a long. I think we shot that in 2020.
The irony was
like
the
5
picture
years
was
ago.
the
It
quality
went on for a second, didn't it?
perfect.
Thing is
yeah.
though, with the internet where it works on apps, sometimes it supersedes one for the other. Like it might supersede your picture for the connection, or the connection for the sound, or like.
Oh, that's powerful. And as soon as it got to good quality, it
no.
went.
Okay, I don't know if you can see me,
the app
but
has a
on
certain
my
amount of
end,
power going
it's
in, and then it
frozen.
just decides where each bit goes, or what should be decided is what's the most important, which normally is sound, picture, connection.
That's weird because I just thought of a weird analogy. That's like with COVID, right? It allows you to lose your hair because it's focusing its energies on trying to heal you in other places.
It does not want me on here.
Which is kind of an analogy.
It's fine.
The second time it's kicked me off.
The app is very buggy. I have issues with it as well.
What did it say anything in particular when it disappeared, or?
So you guys froze the first time it crashed.
Just cut out.
And then the second time nothing was happening, and then it like just blacked out. So sorry.
Ken,
not to
It's not happened yet today.
On the subject of professionality, it might be worth you sharing with Brittany mine and Drew's setups for this podcast and show how professional we really are.
I don't think. Right. So my background looks decent because I've got an office, right? And the boys have just sent me a photo of what they're working with at the moment. So I don't know if you can see the photo or not, or if it's a bit pixelated your end.
Oh, you're fancy.
Drew
you have a whole stand for your laptop?
You've got a washing machine as well.
That is so fancy.
But it's the washing machine in the background, and that's on his laundry bin.
So for people not watching, Drew's setup is a laptop on a stand. That's the only thing fancy because
that
it is
stand
on.
Has got his dirty pants in it.
Yeah, it's on a laundry basket next to a washing machine.
That one's the covers and the pillows. Yeah.
Again, we
But his
don't judge.
advantage-
Everyone keeps judging Drew. Like, come on, guys.
Oh no, mine's
Thank you.
worse.
Oh no,
Mine's
no,
worse.
we're judging.
No,
we're
no,
judging
he's
James.
right. If
This
you
is
watch enough
James.
of these episodes, Drew gets bullied is pretty much the subtext.
James has got 3 shoe boxes with a mobile phone leaning against a mug,
That's
Pretty cool.
but with some professional lighting in the corner as
how the
well.
real
But
podcasters do
Nike
it.
should sponsor you. Yeah, have Nike
Yeah,
sponsor
let's
you.
do it.
Oh,
100%.
they should. It would save me so much money.
what's your setup like? Are you just
Yeah,
on
you'll
a
have to share
mobile
yours.
phone in a hotel room or something?
Yeah, no, I'm at a friend's house and she's a little more, can I say messy? Cluttered.
Okay.
It's a bit cluttered. It's not, I'm
So-
not
Very
spinning it
specific
around
angle.
for you guys.
No, but the way
Okay.
you have it looks great. Like you look like you're
Yeah,
doing it actually casting because the wall behind you reminds me of when you do a self tape.
No, it's my self-tape backdrop. I bring it everywhere with me.
Okay, there you go. See, actors. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, but my tripod just broke, so I'm holding it.
Oh, okay.
Holding it. the
You
whole
know,
time.
but that's acting. This is
But
this
also,
is the
look, your
real
hand
life.
is so steady. That's
It's not.
incredible.
It's not.
Okay,
I
You
promise.
got steady cam arms.
that is serious.
But you know, Drew knows this. Well, you guys doing visual podcasting too. This is the grunt work of it. You just have to make do. Things crashing, things
100%.
not working.
It happens. Yeah, you listen to
That's the
like,
magic, though, right? The show must
It
go
must
on.
go on. Yes.
Me
You
locking
listen to
myself
loads of
out of my room in
professional-
Spain.
There's loads of professional podcasts where they all kind of fall apart as well. So this is fine.
You
Yeah,
locked
doing one of
yourself out of your room?
Yeah, I was in Spain at the time. And I thought I was in a really fancy hotel that had waterfalls in the lobby and all these big trees and live turtles, and it was like a big rainforest. So I thought I'll show everyone this. And I had a wristband that would get me into rooms and stuff. And I locked myself out
His
of my
own
room,
room,
yeah, so I couldn't get
specifically.
back in the room for a period of time. So several minutes of the podcast was me asking for help.
Just in the hallway, stuck.
Yeah,
He's like,
with my-
guys, I'm live. He's
with
like,
my-
I don't know if you know who I am. I'm James from Rage Whale, but I need
With-
to get in there. You need
with
me.
my 5-year-old son just asleep in the room. I'm like, some stellar parenting right here. Just like,
Oh.
Can I just go in
That's
the room?
awesome, though. You still made the show go on.
Oh, always.
Yes.
Yeah, we called social services because he left a child in a room alone at one point.
Yeah, I
so
haven't seen him since.
Well, I think they would
no,
understand.
he got taken away.
Oh,
That's the
did
moral
he?
of the story.
No,
I'm
no,
so sorry. Oh,
no.
No,
hey,
no, no,
maybe
no.
Kev could be
Give
an
Kev an
actor
Oscar.
now.
Yeah, he did.
Maybe this
Kev
is
used to
calling.
act, man. He was in a lot of short films we did growing up together. Kev's he's an awesome actor.
No,
man.
this is his. This isn't mine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
James
no.
just has lots of young toys around.
Oh, but my house is just full of toys. I'm so
What
bad.
toys?
I'm such an irresponsible parent. I just buy everything.
And PlayStations and yeah.
So Brittany, what actually got you into acting anyway? Like,
Yeah.
how young did you start? When did you first get? Because I know you did like music videos and stuff and all sorts of different things.
So
What did
many.
you get into first?
Well, I did theater when I was really young, and my mom threatened to pull me out of it because she said I was like acting like a diva, and like she's like, I can't handle you. Like it was full on like High School Musical Sharpay Evans. Like I was a monster, and I was like, I have more lines than everyone else, and everyone has 18 lines, and I got 52. Like it was awful. So I'm really glad she made the decision to not let me do that again. And then I still wanted to do it. And then I moved to LA and like everyone was acting and I'd taken a couple classes here and there, but I didn't realize it could be a job. And so everyone's like, "Yeah, girl, like this is what pays my bills." And I was like, "I have to figure this out. This has to be my job." I was like, this is what I want to do. So I started like modeling music videos, which seemed like the easiest way to get into it. And then, you go to do the commercials. So I did like all the commercials things and then built a reel. And then I started doing like theatrical. So like movies, TV. Yeah.
That's it. You're
Kevin
covering
Drew,
all
I'm
the
not.
bases.
Kevin Drew don't have tiny people in their life, so I don't know if they get the Sharpay Evans reference, but it's hilarious.
Oh.
It's a hilarious reference. Have you two
Okay.
seen High
Well.
School Musical?
Tiny
High School Musical,
Yeah.
did you say?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, with Zac Efron.
Sharpay is like the over-the-top, like really rich, has an assistant, like drama person who has to be the front of everything,
So
and then the whole
annoying.
premise is, I
Okay,
can't
yeah,
remember the other girl's character, her name. She comes in
I
and she's
thought
like
it was
the
going to Sharpie, but like
working
that's the
Oh,
class
pen.
no,
girl comes in, and
I got the context. I just didn't know that human, but
yeah,
I
it's a
understand
funny,
what
it's
what
a
you mean.
funny
Yeah, yeah.
reference. That's why I laughed.
Okay.
Just
Good.
makes me
That was
laugh
Glad
great,
every
you
time.
got it.
I thought we
Yeah.
were going to
I
Sharpie.
got what you were saying. I just didn't know that person, but yeah, I definitely got that. So that's good. You've had a variety then, but you were too much of a diva to keep doing theatre, I guess. Then you wanted to stick
You
down
want
to
the
more
biggest
handle it.
changing room.
realistic.
I want
Yeah.
the biggest changing room with the biggest mirror and the biggest lights. You know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was fully insufferable. And I'm so glad
She had
that she
52
was
lines,
like,
man. That's
oh,
amazing.
I
52
don't,
lines.
I mean, it was, yeah, but I was so hard on myself. And she was like, oh my God, maybe when you're older. So, yeah,
Wow.
Probably
here
worth
we
bringing
are.
up Mariah Carey at the moment. Did you see that she was playing in, I think, Dublin the other day, and she brought hair and makeup on mid-show? Did you see that? She stopped the show mid-gig, like half hour in,
You
to bring
know,
hair and makeup on.
Did she
do
have
you
52
think
lines?
she like plays into that though for like, because it's such great marketing?
I
Like, that
do
had to
now.
be a move,
I remember reading
you
years ago
know?
that she only wanted specifically coloured like Skittles or M&Ms in her dressing room, and I think she trolls people a bit and like
Oh,
plays into
yeah.
it.
Wait,
Yeah,
hang
I
on.
think
Because
Does she
now,
have her
yeah.
now everyone's talking about her. It's clever. She would have done a little gig no one would have mentioned, but she does a little weird thing like that, and all of a sudden everyone's talking about it. I think it's quite clever.
But does she have her own makeup brand? Is that what Brittany was saying? Like,
Maybe. Don't
No,
know.
she just, I don't know if it's an act, but everyone's always saying she's like a drama queen. She does, but like, I think she feeds into it sometimes,
okay.
which
Gets
is
people
so
talking, doesn't it?
clever. Yeah, like bringing out makeup into the middle of the stage, like everyone's gonna be like, no one does that. And she did that. Now, it's generating something. Like she's a genius.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
rather
You
than
that's the
know?
going out
thing.
and singing 10 songs, and unless you were there, you wouldn't know about it. You're doing 10 songs, doing a hair and makeup treatment halfway through, then like all of a sudden it's like plastered everywhere over the internet.
I agree with what you're saying because it is like a bit of a marketing thing a little bit, and obviously she does have the reputation of being that diva, and she's like the ultimate diva, isn't she? But yeah, I've seen loads of stuff like behind the scenes with her and like other people, and like she's actually like proper like down. Well, she can never be fully down to earth, can she? But she's pretty down to earth and friendly and polite and up for a laugh and happy to take the mick
I
out of
love
herself.
that though.
So
Like, just
I
own
like
it.
that. Yeah.
Like instead of her trying to be like oh, I like to go out and milk cows and ride horses and that's not Mariah. No one's gonna pay to see that. They want to see the glitz and glamour, and why not?
Also, she's
I mean,
Mariah
there are
Carey,
strange
so why
people
not?
out there. There are strange people out there that might pay for that, though, to be fair.
Well, that's like Taylor Swift's brand, right? Like the hometown girl. That's her brand.
Yeah.
So I think honestly, like, acting's a great time, but a lot of it is branding and marketing, like even
100%.
as an actor. And so it's kind of, you got to find what people want.
Well,
I think she's brilliant. I saw it and thought that's hilarious.
this is a weird curveball, but you had that lady that was, she was marketing her farts. She was selling farts in a jar, and it's like that was she was making $50,000 a jar.
Drew,
and it's
how
like,
much did you spend?
50,000.
No, wait, well, it didn't work out with Harvey, so I thought, I've got to try and sell, I can sell his secondhand fart in a jar. But it was the whole point.
Oh,
My point is, if
now
you've got
you can
your own
apologise to
brand,
Brittany for bringing the tone down this far.
it's great.
That's James's job.
Oh
Yeah,
my
me.
Job
God.
We
No,
swap
just
roles. I'm sorry. I just meant be careful with your marketing is what I mean. But I mean, it worked out for her until she had to go to hospital because she was eating such strange diets in order to make. Anyway,
I've got a lot of questions now.
don't worry. I didn't buy one.
Why do you know this, and why are you still talking about it?
I don't know. I can't stop
Was
talking.
that like a Daily Mail article?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's in
Oh,
the
God.
Star on Sunday.
I was trying to keep a little bit on track, but
I know. I'm so sorry. I went
So
straight
difficult.
off the track. I went straight off the track into the pebbles.
That's
you were
the
saying about-
soundbite for the whole podcast.
Dude, she made
Yeah.
200 grand.
what?
He's like, is he your fact checker? Is
Yeah, he is. He is.
200,000 she made.
From
Bravo.
Good
Fox.
for her.
Bravo.
I would clap, but I'm holding the tripod stand, so you guys are gonna have to
Can you
clap
believe that
for
shit?
me.
You know, it's like crazy. Crazy.
Because you were talking about like brands and stuff like that, and the marketing of like and actors and stuff. I was wondering, like, is there like what would you say your brand is, and what would you want to be getting if you had the opportunity to go into any type of film or type of role, whether it be a genre, style of film, or a type of acting person? Like, what is it you would want to look forward to doing if that was possible?
I feel super fortunate because the past year now, I have not been in like one drama or one thing. It's like different time periods. I've done like I think 8 movies since last July, which is
Wow.
crazy for anyone to say. I'm very, very thankful, but I've pretty much gotten to do a lot of my bucket list, so I think whoever wants to hire me, whatever's next,
Incredible.
you know, let's do it.
That's
I
the good
don't
thing about the
know.
variety of different places and different genres. You're already like, that's the actor's dream, isn't it? To do not what you did last time.
Would
Yeah.
you like to be a superhero? Like, is there like a superhero character like from the Marvel world that you'd like to portray, or
I'll be
would you-
anyone. I'll do anything. Hire me.
Okay.
I'm available.
Cool.
I'll put that.
No,
at the top.
I can imagine you in The Boys. You know the Amazing Boys TV series, like playing some kind of cool character that's got some crazy powers, blowing people apart.
Chase Crawford is in it, and he's so good, right? Yeah, that's the show, right?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
mind
The
blowing.
Boys.
Yeah.
My
He
like
plays Aquaman, right? Not Aquaman.
The
I feel like The Boys is a bit. I kind of like the more Smallville tone, or like the new Superman that came out. I like this when the superheroes are a bit more family friendly. I do love The Boys. Do you know what I mean? I like them when they're like a little wholesome.
Yeah,
I feel like
Chase Crawford plays the worst person on earth. He's a disgusting person in The
Is he
Boys.
the
isn't
deep?
He's the fish. The deep.
Yeah,
the fish
deep,
guy.
yeah.
But he turns to God in that, and turns to Jesus in the later episodes, doesn't he?
Well, he's got an arc. He gets a bit nicer, but he's deplorable in most of
Starts
it.
off the worst, yeah.
Well,
he's Superman, more wholesome stuff. That's more your vibe, I'm guessing.
He's making love to an octopus.
What I want to play, you know, I think that's where I'd want to go with it. Because I'd want kids to watch it. Sorry.
When you cut off, we had, I don't know if the conversation we had when you cut off will make it, but we were saying that how cool would it be if like Western and like the, you know, spinning guns, revolvers, saloons, like those films haven't been around for years, not like that genre. And also we were talking about like how cool is the idea of that stylized going to a concert, hitchhiker thing, because we've all gone to music festivals and think that's such a cool thing to latch onto, because in 2025 or in the 2000s it's music festivals, and like again from the 60s, and to stylize it Hitchcock style as well is insane. It sounds really cool.
It's like the Jaws thing, right? Which Jaws scared people going into the ocean, and then this Kill Trip could be like making people scared when they're like, oh, we're gonna go to a gig, but this could be like Kill Trip, and it's like that kind of.
Well, it's tapping into something that's relevant right now.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man.
But
It'll
there's
have
a few westerny stuff as well at the moment. Like you got like
Rust.
Yellowstone. I don't know if it's quite a western.
Yellowstone, yeah, obviously Yellowstone's incredible.
It's not quite a
Yeah,
western though,
the
is it? It's not
1883.
Western style.
They did
Yeah.
the throwback one. So yeah, you're right. That's so
Well,
cool.
that's-
Maybe maybe the whole cowboy thing's coming back.
Well, one second.
Oh, it
That's a
for
good link.
sure is.
Yeah,
Over
because you
here.
mentioned 1923, and from my research, I understand Todd Terry's in that, and he's in the new film that you're in pre-production on at the moment, Citadel of the
Yes.
King.
nice link.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Citadel of the King. So
Oh.
Todd Terry's in 1923, Lioness, Better Call
Mhm.
Saul, Breaking Bad, all that sort of stuff, and I understand you're in a new
A
film with
lot.
him. What stage are you at? Have you
Yes.
finished filming?
We are starting filming, I think, in a week.
Oh, proper
So
pre-production.
that's the one I mentioned earlier. We have like these medieval looking Narnia custom gowns. The amazing wardrobe department has been working on these outfits for months and months and months. And it's gonna be a really cool like fantasy epic. And Todd's amazing. Like his whole resume. He's been in so much. And
Yeah,
actually
Todd what, sorry?
Todd Terry.
Todd Terry. So the casting director, this is how small of a world acting is. The lady that cast me on the movie Kill Trip noticed, she's like, "Oh, you're going to be working with Todd. He's my neighbor." How crazy is that? I was like, this is the
That's proper
smallest
random.
world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally small world when people say that. Yeah, that's nuts.
Mhm.
Is there anything you can say about? Obviously, you probably can't say much about it, but like, you mentioned like that's the Narnia fantasy thing. Is this something that is that kids could watch, or has this got a more sort of adult theme? Because I know that Todd Terry's been on lots of like more edgier stuff, like the Breaking Bad side of things and stuff like that. Is it more?
I think kids will be able to watch it. There are a lot of faith-based elements like Narnia. So I think it's going to be
Yeah.
something like not like it's going to be geared towards kids, but I think with an adult like it would be great to watch. TBD for sure on the answer, but I think so, yeah.
I suppose it depends on the edit, doesn't it? You never know how it's going to
You
turn
never
out.
know.
Yeah.
The edit is where everything changed, which Drew, question for you. Whenever you like shoot something and you read the script, you know, you gave it your all. Have you ever watched anything back and you're like, this is not the film we shot? Like from the edit?
I mean, yeah, that's a really good question. I think I've been quite fortunate that I haven't been on the editing floor, as it were. Like I was still, luckily, I was in those scenes. A lot of them were cut shorter than I remember because, like, sometimes you're on set shooting more scenes than they'd use, and there was like, I swear we had like 4 or 5 scenes, and only like 2 of them made it in. So I'll be like, where's the phone scene that we had together or whatever it is? And it's like, it's not there. And they've kind of taken it out just for the pacing. And then you're like, do I still get paid the same? Because I'm only in 2 scenes rather than like 4 or 5 scenes.
How does that work, actually?
Yeah, I don't know. I still think you get paid the same.
Yeah, every job's different. You
I
either get
always
paid for the time or the job.
Yeah, because I think it's the time. The editing is just, that's more to do with the arc of the film or the TV series.
They
also
still need all those scenes, even if they don't use it, because they don't know what they're using till they edit it.
Exactly, till the edit. And that's what they always say. Like, there's that famous thing of like, you make a film 3 times. Like, you make it when you write it, you make it when you film it, and you make it when you edit it. So the idea that if you know, and they might want to focus more on the other characters, because a lot of the, you know, pieces of TV or film I've done, I've had much kind of smaller roles, as it were. So they've got to focus, you know, on the main characters that the audience are kind of following. Do you know what I mean? So it's like when you're playing smaller roles, they're not quite as, you know, important as the arc of the main one. But yeah,
I've got a good actor to mention on that point. You guys, you may or may not know. Brittany, do you know the actor Rick Mail?
No.
We obviously
He's
know
like
he
a
is.
very famous British comedian, but he's like lots of silly comedies.
I
But
don't
he's a
think it
proper
translated to
actor.
America. That
No, but the okay. So just a very good British actor. He's not been in loads of films. He's more TV that are British. But anyway, the point is that he was in Harry Potter, but you won't know it because he filmed loads of stuff. He only did it because his kids said, would love you to be in it, and he did it. He hated it. He got paid lots and lots of money, and then he got cut out of it, and he was like, happiest day ever. I didn't have to be in a terrible film, and I got loads of money.
Whoa.
but none of
That's
Harry
Yeah.
Potter's are terrible films. He just didn't like
No,
them.
no. For he didn't like them. I'm not saying them terrible, but he's not interested.
He was
in doing
quoting.
that.
He was
So he
pretending to
gets
be.
paid regardless. That's insane, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did the
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
And then you get
I-
royalties, right? Brittany, you get
Probably.
royalties. So then when that episode plays again, if you get like they call it an omnibus or whatever it is, then you get you get a repayment whenever it's shown. Do you get that?
Sometimes it's like it could be $60 or 5 cents, and like the postage cost them more than what the we call them residuals. Like
Yeah, residuals, that's the one. Yeah.
royalties, same thing. But yeah, that's happened to me a lot, ending up on the
Yeah.
cutting room floor. But they're like, oh, but you got paid, so it's fine. And you're kind of like,
Yeah.
Prefer the notoriety.
It's quite
Yeah,
funny.
yeah,
I
but
follow a
I
guy
know.
on TikTok. I can't remember his name, but he just constantly posts residual checks. And he's like, "Oh, I was in the background of Scream 18 years ago. How much is my check this month? $18. Boom." It's like,
That's
but it's
pretty
money
good.
for free at the end of the day because you got paid to do the job, and now you're just randomly getting like checks all the time, money. But I guess that doesn't happen if your part was cut.
I think also though, like Brittany, do you
It
agree with
does.
this? Like the idea that you want stuff for your show reel though, essentially, like you do the projects because especially if you're lucky enough to work opposite someone of high caliber, you're like, oh my
Yeah.
god, to have that in my show reel. Because like one of my good friends, Paul Bullion, who's been on this this show a few times actually, but he's worked with like Cillian Murphy, Tom Hardy, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he was in the latest Mission Impossible movie, and
Yeah, like Henry
Peaky Blinders.
Cavill. Like
What? I love Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. And it's like he's got those things in his show reel. So to be able to bounce off, incredible actors like that, it kind of brings a little bit more kind of nuance and weight to you as an actor when you're working alongside people like that.
Credibility.
Yeah, that's the word,
Well, he was
credibility. Yeah.
Billy Kitchener in Peaky Blinders, who Tom Hardy, I think, killed.
Yeah.
And he
Okay,
was
I know what
maybe-
you're talking about.
Yeah. And now he's in the latest Mission Impossible and has spoken parts. He was on the podcast a couple of weeks ago talking about it. They had a patch
Wow.
from their arms from the sort of, I guess, end of the
Wetsuits,
show.
diving suit.
And he
Well,
got the
that's
Tom
what-
Cruise coconut cake and
Well, that reminded me when Brittany brought out the police, that's kind of a nice little nuance to that episode because Brittany brought out the police thing from
it's a cool episode
How
to
cool.
watch it with Paul. It's really cool. He talks about working with Tom
I'm gonna watch
Cruise
it.
and all that sort of stuff, and how Tom Cruise is
That sounds
teaching him about.
wild.
He was doing classes on
Mhm.
lenses and things. That if you're an actor, you can know by the lens on the camera where you need to be, like with focal
Mhm.
lengths and stuff. And he was teaching classes
important.
on that for free. It was crazy.
It's so.
hit your mark, as they say, right?
I think a lot of actors, which is Marlo Brando, talked about this, and he was like, "You need to learn lighting. You need to learn the camera." And he was like, "It's really doing you a disservice as an actor to not know these things."
Mhm.
And it does. I tried to get like a photo or try to see the monitor because you have like so much like this space. So you know like how much you could actually lean in or move. It's very technical. So they're like, yeah, this is as far as you can go. So ooh, I could give something more here or just try it. Or like if the lighting, it's like, okay, it's catching better here. I got to play it more. There's just a lot of technical things I think a lot of actors should be studying.
That's what he was saying. Mr. Cruz was giving like a free, almost like a lesson, an optional lesson,
Like
if you wanted to
workshop.
learn it on
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the focal
Mm.
lengths and that, which I thought was really cool. And he got the coconut cake.
Yeah, it's like sending the lift back down or the elevator back down to give someone a chance to know stuff.
It's so
But that's it,
important.
like you
That
say,
is
it's
so cool.
there's so much technicality to what you do as a job, because like we said, it's not just learning lines and doing a good performance. It's, are you small here because you've got to zoom in, or do you have to be a bit bigger because it's a bit of a further away sort of shot? And
Yes.
there's lots you need to think about.
And they're paying you to do this. Like, it's a pretty intimidating thing. Like, you have to bring their vision to life, and they're sometimes paying you really well. And so you're like, okay.
Pressure's on.
It's what I think
Here's
some
another-
people forget about acting. It's not just like you read words and say them. You have to think about your footing, your facial expressions, your body movement, your position on the camera, your lighting, where you are. It's almost like a dance, isn't it, really?
What's
And everything, the
What's-
way you speak. Have you had to put many accents on, or do you, or do they? Have you used your accent in most of them?
There is a TV show that I almost got, and it was a pretty big one on AMC that just came out, and it was for a British girl, and she was from Essex, and
Oh,
my
God.
favorite
That's tough.
show. But they were convinced I was from there, guys. Like,
Like Howie.
so my
No way.
Howie, I was about to mention it. I love this British reality show called The Only Way is Essex. And I told my agent, I was like, I've got this audition in the bag. Like, that's my show. And they're like, babes. They're always like, babes.
We want the next
Everything's
4
babes.
minutes to be pure Essex.
My partner's from Essex.
I loved it.
We'd
I
like to
love it.
welcome
Not-
Brittany from Essex onto the podcast.
Yeah, her accent's not that
babes.
extreme. But
nice?
I love
Nice.
it. I'm obsessed. But yeah, I made it. It was me and one other girl, and I think because I wasn't actually British, they were like, "Oh." And then when they found that out, I
Rubbish.
didn't get it.
Rubbish.
that's tough.
Were they thinking we're gonna have
Do you
to fly
reckon
you
you could
over?
hold that
Travesty.
accent for like a whole hour of recording? That seems like a tough accent, but
It might not be good, but I love the show so much. I would try to do it justice. That's one of my favorite shows.
Did you hear
I'm
that
not
crazy?
even lying.
Did
Huh?
you hear that crazy story about Don Cheadle in the Oceans movies? He's doing like a terrible kind of like Cockney geezer like accent. And he was like, he went to like a voice coach and dialect coach, and he got it down, and it was brilliant. And they filmed loads of it, and they went, wait, continuity wise, this doesn't work because now you're really good at London, whereas you were terrible in the other ones. And he's like, what?
so
And
you're
they're
gonna be
like,
bad
you
again.
have to have that terrible London accent because that's your character. And he's like, you've got to be kidding, man. I put in all the work. And it was like, no.
Sorry,
that
Don.
must suck.
Too much
That's
effort,
hilarious.
too late.
That's
Brittany,
hilarious. It's like,
Brittany, do you
Uh-huh.
listen to, if you like Towie and that, do you listen to the podcast with Pete Wicks and Sam?
I didn't know they had one, but I love
It's
Pete and Sam.
amazing. Pete Wicks and
Really?
Sam have one of the best podcasts going, apart from us.
Is it about like the show or?
No, it's just Pete being miserable about everything and Sam trying to be happy about everything. It's really funny.
But
Oh,
that's
him,
like
that-
his
that guy.
shtick.
That that guy.
Yes, yes, it's
He
Pete.
is. Pete
He
is
was
so
on-
miserable
He's
about
always like,
everything.
oh man, that's him.
He's
And
in.
then you've got Sam that's trying to be super hyper and just like positive
James,
about
he's
everything. And
in
Pete's
Schitt's
like,
Creek.
"What are you doing?"
He appears in Schitt's Creek for like 10 seconds.
what?
But you've got
Does he?
Sam. There's a clip
Yeah.
they do where Sam's like, "Oh, do you want to come to Taylor Swift for me?" And Pete's like, "No, absolutely not. Why would I want to do that?"
I
He's
know.
like,
I
I
miss
don't
him
give a,
and
he's like,
Megan
I don't give a fuck
together.
about her music. I don't give a fuck about her music. I don't like it. And Sam's like, oh, it'd be amazing. They wouldn't be like, no, don't fucking care. He's just miserable about
Did
everything.
Did
But
you
their
watch it
podcast
when
is so
him?
funny.
I'm
Hmm?
gonna watch it. Did you watch it with him and Megan were dating? Cause she like
Oh,
matched his
she's
energy.
very loud, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's a
She was
bit much
always
for me.
fighting everyone. I loved it. I was
But
like,
he's got
yes,
like a
girl. What are
12,
you doing next?
13-year-old daughter that no one ever mentioned.
Oh, I didn't
I've
know
just
that.
Yeah,
I
but
just
I've
have
his
just
to say,
podcast, I'll try. I'll get you on Instagram and send you a couple of links to their podcast. But it's so
I would
funny.
love that.
Honestly, it's so funny.
guys,
just out of
the
curiosity,
thing you just said those two together, they're both quite loud and they both match their energy. The first picture that pops up is her screaming at him, like right in his face.
Yeah, she
It's
seemed
so
like a nightmare.
good. You don't know
Whoa!
what you're missing. It is one of the best shows I've ever seen.
One of my
did,
friends was an extra on it, and it's like,
sorry, did
Lucky.
Kev mention you're a writer though, Brittany? Is that right? Do you write
Yeah,
like
allegedly,
screenplays and stuff?
sometimes.
'Cause allegedly, I was gonna say you should write yourself, like do like write a short film where you play a character from Essex, because if that's one of your
You know,
like,
guys, let's get on this. Let's collab.
do it,
Let's
do it,
figure this out.
do it, write
That
it,
would
let's
be
do.
so cool.
Because that's the other thing, right? Because if you've got the skills to write screenplays and stuff and create, you can create your own opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
essentially, and
Yeah.
cast yourself in the roles that you'd love to play. That you're like, they never give me this chance or this opportunity, so I'm going to write
Yeah.
this role for me. I'm going to try and find people that can help kind of produce it and fund this project. And because
Mm-hmm.
you're building your way up with your awesome credits, then it's like, well, I'm gonna roll this thing out. Like, let's go.
Yeah, you have to. I'm working on something right now that is going to be essentially what you're saying. It's something very different than I've ever done. It's still in the very early stages, but I did write and produce a proof of concept short where I played a drug addict. And it was very intense, and it was during the strike. So a lot of my friends that have been on a bunch of like Netflix shows were able to join me on it, which is so cool.
Yeah.
It's still proof of concept. Like I've pitched it to like some other people, but then something else came along, so focusing on that. Long story short, I have been screening it to like women incarcerated or like, people in rehab programs. Because it's kind of a story of redemption in that way. And
Sounds
it's
awesome.
just been a lot of positive feedback, and they're able to kind of open up a bit more. And I
that sounds
think
awesome.
yeah, I think there's a huge space in cinema that you can open up the floor to conversations like this. And there was a film, I don't think it was Denmark, but it was somewhere like that, and they got a couple legislations changed. Like they made the film, and then the film was essentially the vehicle to be able to get what they wanted, like a voice for their political campaign. And it was really cool.
Wow,
Like there's a huge space here for that stuff. So yeah, I agree.
That's
cinema
when
can be
art is
super
really
powerful.
powerful. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. When art can actually have an impact on society, not just a form of entertainment, but it actually starts making waves and changing.
Well, we've
In the
hit
right
two
way as
ends,
well,
haven't
in the
we?
right
We've
way.
hit the type of films that is just pure entertainment, which is just good fun, and we need that. But you also have these important roles that you can really influence government and then influence people's perception and educate people on things they're less familiar with.
Well, off the back of that, the film Monster with Charlize Theron, when
Oh
she
yeah.
portrayed that lady, when she was in her kind of last moment, death row.
Arlene Wernos, is that name?
Maybe I didn't want to butcher it. I
Arlene
don't know if you.
Wernos?
I don't know. That's a really hard word to say, especially yeah. But my point is that when she was in those last moments on death row, I believe, people sent her loads of cards to say, "I'm so sorry about everything you've been through," and it really transformed the way that she felt about everything building up to the last moment. So people got a better understanding of the kind of person she was, and that it wasn't all just black and white. There was lots of other things going on, and they found a real humanity to her, and that was because, you know, Charlize Theron, you know, portrayed her in such a way that it's kind of beautiful in a way that, you know, she got a kind of redemption in real life, and people saw another side to it.
Or like Monsters. Ryan Murphy came out with the Menendez brothers,
Oh,
and
that was
suddenly that
amazing.
opened up a
Yeah, we went
huge
back there.
platform,
Cooper
you
Cook,
know,
yeah.
to get
And
that.
the one
Like, this
before
is
about oh, what's he called?
Oh, the one that with the bodies in the fridges.
Yeah,
Dahmer.
Jeffrey
oh
Dahmer. What's
yeah,
his name called that acts him?
Evan Peters.
Evan
Evan
Peters. Oh
Peters.
my
Oh
word.
man, he was unbelievable.
My word. Evan Peters is
Yeah.
a monster.
So
Like,
good.
he's
Is it
so
worth you bring
good.
up? Because that's
He's
what
a
we mentioned
monster
earlier
actor.
when we're talking about Ed Gein and Charlie Hunnam. That's the third
Yeah.
part of that trilogy.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
with
yeah.
Jeffrey
The
Dahmer.
Monsters.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Notice
next
how
one's
Evan
gonna
Peters did
be
so well in Monster and
JFK.
then dropped off.
No, he just
Well,
needed a break from that, bro. Like, Jesus, because like
yeah.
your brain doesn't realize it's acting. I don't know if you find this, Brittany, that when you do something, your brain can't decipher that you're making it up. It really, you go through those motions, and that's why, you know, when you said you feel knackered, because you're tired, because you're giving everything, and your body thinks you're going through that. So if you're having an
Yeah.
argument with somebody, your body goes, "We just had an argument." You're like, "No, that was just a great scene." You're like, "No, we just had a
No.
really emotionally intense, charged
Method
argument."
acts, isn't it?
So I don't know. You
No,
probably have heard a technique called Meisner, like
Oh yeah,
repetition or substitution method. I used to
yeah.
do those too, and I had to switch earlier this year to practical analytics because I did a horror movie and we had a 14-hour day, and that day my character had a panic attack and crying and it was I can usually get in and out of it, and some days like that I cheat with my tear stick, and
Wait,
you
your
need
tear
it.
stick?
I
But
didn't know that's the thing. Wow.
yeah, I'll circle back around to that. But long story short, I ended up having a real panic attack at the last scene. My scene partner knew something was actually wrong. And so in this scene, she just held me and she like whispered in my ear, she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And like we were filming while that was happening. And then I told her like my body was really like mimicking that I had a real panic attack. And but it was crazy. So you doesn't know. But yeah, so a tear stick mine looks like a little lipstick, and you put it underneath your eye and it makes you cry.
Oh, I
And
see.
So it's
which
like
I
mint.
can
So
Like
like
do.
Vicks
mint.
or something, like a
Yeah, yeah,
It's like Vicks, but it's like safer. So if you did get in
yeah,
your eye, but it's
yeah.
really great handy thing if you're shooting for 12, 14 hours, you can't produce tears.
Yeah.
It's
If
So
I
just
was
so
shooting for 12 or
Crying.
14 hours, I'd probably be crying anyway, to be fair. So it would be quite easy to
yeah,
produce tears. Oh God, are we still
Wait, I can
we
going?
go for another hour.
the way
Oh
these
Jesus.
films have been going, I've what they call golden hour. If you shoot for 16 hours, it's called golden hour. That's been a couple of films lately. That was crazy.
Me
That's
and
tough.
Kev are photographers, and golden hour is a
Yeah.
photography term for when the sun is almost set and you
Well,
get
magic
them
hour.
perfect photos.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what we call
that's
golden hour.
so sometimes when you hit as an actor 16 hours, sometimes you make your day rate in that 1 hour.
Wow.
So like, whatever your day rate is, unless you're on I don't really know. I think it's different if you're like a flat contract. But yeah, sometimes whenever you hit the 16 hours, you make your whole day. So it really stinks
It's
if you're
worth
there for 15.
Do you know what's weird? You know when you're on sets though and everything's done for you? Like, it's funny you talk about when you were like on stage and becoming a diva because you have 52 lines. But you know when you're on set and people are running, going, "Do you want a coffee? Do you want some of this?" And you're like, "Oh, I can go." And like, no, you just stay there. And you're like, and they're doing everything for you and around you, so they constantly know where you are. But that just builds into your mind where you're like, so then when you're in other places and that's not happening, you're like, why aren't they
So
getting me a coffee? Why aren't they getting me this? And you're like, wait, I'm not
it's
on a set.
do you find it to be almost like a bit of a mindset, kind of like whenever you are back home with your family, you're like,
It's, you know what? I find it refreshing to be able to go and get my own coffee because I feel so awkward when I would come in and they'd sit me down in the makeup chair and they'd be doing all this thing like attaching a moustache or whatever it is. And like, they're like, we're just going to go get your coffee. Well, how do you want your coffee? And you're like, I can go. They're like, no, sit back down. You're like, okay, I won't go. And then it's like, you want to do things to be normal, but everything is done for you. So it kind of just feeds into they're doing this.
but sometimes I forget. Like, I'll tell people, hey, I'm gonna go to the restroom, and they're like, why are you telling me this? And you're like, oh, right, that is weird. But you have to tell them if you're going to the restroom or not on set. Like, yeah.
Yeah. But that's the irony. That's when you become like a diva. I'm just going to go wash my hands. Yeah, okay, we don't need to know. We've wrapped. Oh, okay, I just thought in case you needed to know where I am. No, it's fine. You're like,
You know, I love talking to people and like seeing everything going on, and I love being able to just be on the set, like instead of hang out in like a green room or trailer.
yeah.
Someone has to just be with me at all times. Like, I am so hard to keep track of because I want to see everything going on. So sometimes there's just someone following me around. Like, Brittany's gonna do whatever she
They've got
wherever
like a little
she is.
ankle. They've got like a little ankle strap on your thing where it's like
The
a little. They
ankle
can find out
monitor,
where you
I
are.
need one. Yeah, they need to put a little geotag on me or something.
But isn't it interesting when you're on set and you're going to speak to like the focus puller or the grips and the electrical department and stuff like that, and speaking to all those people and like the second AD and stuff, and you get to see what their job's like, and then you realize how important your role is because they're all working to get the best out of you, and then you start to appreciate the process as a whole rather than just your own job. It makes you better.
Well, mate, off the back of that really quick, I was doing a car ad, and when I saw like 50 or 80 people building these kind of like floating kind of set things for the lights, and then like people like planning the shots and talking about all the orchestration and bringing all these big fans to create a fake storm, and then my body went into a panic mode because like, wow, all this is for these two characters in this car. And then it was like, you just started having this panic and like going, I shouldn't be here. Like, this is too much. Like and you know, it's that idea of trying to tell yourself like, no, they chose me. I was right for the role and it's absolutely fine. But then I started having a panic attack in the middle of this kind of weird like desert thing, went back to the trailer to have some water, but I couldn't get my breath back. And I was really nervous because like, they were like, we need you on in such and such. I started doing yoga moves. And then what was really weird, like the gripper, the AD, loads of people came into the trailer and they saw me doing yoga moves. They went, great idea, man. Yeah, let's all just do some stretching. And like, so I was trying to mask my panic attack by doing yoga moves, but it turned into like a mini yoga session for like 5-8 minutes. And they're like, yeah, that was a really good idea. And then we went back out on the set, but it was like,
Imposter syndrome?
Yeah, in a way. Yeah. But like, you know, like Kev was saying, like when you see how important everyone is and they're all building up to when they go action and then it's you there doing your thing and you don't want to mess it up because the amount of money that's going into the production, that you start to go, nah, this is too much. Like on your shoulders. Like,
if that focus puller is terrible, the shot of you is going to look terrible.
Yeah.
So they need to be on their game as much as you do.
Yeah. Everyone's on their game, and there's people like picking up leaves and throwing leaves to make it look like a storm, and it's like everyone is on their A game, even the leaf people.
Everyone.
Yeah, and they threw a leaf, and it went straight in my eye. A really powerful leaf because it was these fans were blowing. Yeah.
What a great story.
Yeah, great story. Leave me out of it. Yeah.
We've taken up quite a lot of your time anyway, but before we finish up, just wanted to see if you could tell us a little bit about your relative Noah McVicker.
Yeah, Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When your
Cool.
PR person said this, Deanna, I was like, what? I had to Google it. I was like, no, that can't be real. This is
It's
super interesting.
that's quite. I did an interview recently and they asked me like about leaving a legacy and like what's a legacy you want to leave behind, and I'm like, I don't know if
Got
you've
one.
heard, but like my family, they invented Play-Doh. I don't think there's much of a legacy to beat than that. Like, what a bar. Like, it's crazy. Like, my dad has some of like the original before like even the coloring was added and like the little containers.
Do you
Oh,
still
those
have it?
pots were
So,
awesome.
yeah, he
Oh
has
man,
it.
Whoa, that must be worth a
But-
because Hasbro owns it now, don't they?
But who hasn't played with Play-Doh?
Hasbro?
Everyone in this room right now has had Play-Doh in their
Play-Doh's
life.
the shit. I've
Yeah.
spent loads of money
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, and the machine where you put it in and then you pulled that hammer down and it squeezed all the different colours
yeah,
out.
yeah.
So you
Well, do
guys
you
have
remember
it in the UK
seeing-
too.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
We
It's
yeah.
grew up with it.
huge in the UK.
I think it's all over the world. Like
Every child in Britain had
That's
Play-Doh.
so
There's
Yeah,
no
you
cool.
put the
child
hair
that
in, it
didn't have
goes out. You make little McDonald's set with the burgers and the
The
buns and the
smell-
cheese.
the smell of Play-Doh made me feel safe. Like I
Oh.
used to
Mhm.
love it.
So
You
good.
smell
guys
of
know
Play-Doh.
it was a wallpaper cleaner at first?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I
accidental
found
make,
out.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was by
I did
accident.
know that. I only found out
Yeah,
that when I researched it.
the Koodle company, my grandpa worked there too, and my dad still has like all of his paycheck stubs. Like my grandpa kept them, and they just didn't want it to like leave the family, which was kind of cool. So like, that's why like there is a museum in Cincinnati that has like a whole thing about it, but
That's cool.
my dad's like, I want to
going.
keep this. Some
going.
things are just. So
Play-Doh
yeah, it's a
was
lot to live up to.
every
I don't think I'll
child
ever.
in the UK grew up with Play-Doh. That's insane. Like really grew up with it. And then to the fact where you mix
Yeah.
the colours and just end up with brown.
Is what
So
it
it's all
is.
just brown because you mix
Well,
it and then it's just brown.
There was a board game. I don't know if you know this. There was a board game called The Grape Escape, right? And you have to have Play-Doh to play the game, essentially. So
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
you make these little Play-Doh grapes and you go
Mhm.
around a board and you've got to overcome these obstacles that try to chop up or smush or crush your grapes. And it was the most amazing board game. And I remember it just being advertised on TV like The Grape Escape. And I was like, I have to buy this game. And you had all different kind of little Play-Dohs, and it was just the coolest game
I've
on the
spent
planet.
so much money on Play-Doh since having a child. It's ridiculous.
I'm gonna see if I
That's
can
So
find
much,
awesome.
half because I wanted to play with it.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Fun.
The
Oh.
Grape Escape.
Yeah,
There
the
you go.
game is so fun.
Yeah, squish
Looks
them,
like
splat
Mousetrap,
them,
but with
squish
Play-Doh.
them.
Yeah. And you make your own little Play-Doh grapes, and you
That's
go
cool.
around and oh my god,
It's
that
so
was
So
neat.
your granddad invented it, and your dad was like the one that pushed it forward, sort of thing.
No, my dad's way too young. I mean, this happened. It's great grandfather, so like the 40s,
okay.
50s.
Yeah, it was like late
Right,
40s,
yeah.
early 50s when I was looking on Wikipedia.
But you've still got all the
It's-
originals. That's amazing. And you're doing a
Well,
museum.
he has some of it. He has like some of the little containers. But yeah, it's a lot to live up to, but
wow.
I was going to say
I
on a
don't think I'm
side
gonna
note,
invent anything.
I don't think you need to live up to it. That's a separate thing. Never hold yourself
It
up to that
is.
because it seemed
you
too
can't.
daunting. You're in a different lane. They did that. You're
Yeah, I'm
doing something
thinking these
different.
movies you've
Don't
got coming
compare.
up are going to
Yeah.
blow up because they sound amazing.
Yeah, so don't
I think
compare
they're gonna
yourself.
be cool. But also, I don't know how you guys feel, but even life just like back in the 40s, 50s, there's so many things that could be new ideas, Play-Doh, so
Exactly.
innovative board games. I feel like now, not
can't be new anymore.
anything. No, nothing can really be new. Like anything that you could pretty much
Only-
come up with, I don't really
Yeah, only
know.
technology, really, isn't it?
It's all been done out.
Exactly,
But
and
at
I don't
least
think it's a
AI can't
negative.
create
The
but-
one thing that can be new is cool movies. So
And
Can they? No, just kidding. Yeah.
but yeah, well, I think Play-Doh is slightly different because people invent stuff all the time, and it's kind of like boring, useless things or slightly interesting things. Whereas Play-Doh was, if you smell Play-Doh now, it would transport you like Ratatouille when he has that when he has that food.
Well,
Transports him
ratatouille.
to when he's a
It's
kid.
actually ratatouille that he eats. That's why it's called ratatouille.
That's what Play-Doh
Yeah.
does. If you
But
smell
it's
Play-Doh, you're
not
like,
it's not like medicine like Madame Curie or like, the
no.
car
I know
or
it's
It
better.
is.
electricity.
I'd rather take
I'm
Play-Doh
sorry.
as
I
medicine.
disagree. Play-Doh is medicine for the soul.
100%.
For the
Yeah, which one made
soul.
a kid smile more?
But also, I'd say actually that the power of Play-Doh allowed so many young people to become creative at such a young age because we weren't doom scrolling. We were building things. So we were being so creative that allowed us to go into the world going, I want to build, I want to create, I want to make things.
You're not wrong.
Literally from having Play-Doh in a little pot that we look forward to coming home to.
It's in
after-
the Lego world, isn't it? It's like creative and you can play and do stuff. So yeah, it does inspire the imagination of the youth.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so cool. Well, I'm glad you guys feel that way. That's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
exciting.
But we were really really excited and really happy to speak to you. And we know
Oh,
we said about an hour and it's like an hour and 40 minutes. And so
I
sorry
think
we've run over a bit.
an hour and 30 minutes of that was technical difficulties, so that's my bad.
That's all right. You've had other interviews and stuff today as well, so I hope they all went
Yeah.
well as well. But yeah.
One of them didn't. One of I don't know.
Oh,
It's
really?
like every other one. I don't know what's up with that. So
Oh, can you say why, or is that too on the nose?
oh no, like technical difficulties, like
Oh,
things
okay.
keep
Oh.
crashing.
With
I
the
don't know if there's
internet and
yeah, I don't know if there's like something in
the air.
whatever's
Well, there's
going
Floris.
on.
Literally, Floris is in the air. The new storm that's coming. Floris
Oh,
is
I
everywhere.
wonder if that's what it is there's a storm.
Yeah, Floris is.
Where's the storm?
Well, it's going like 90 miles an hour somewhere. I think it's passing through Sweden.
Somewhere. We'll just blame the
Sweden.
storm. That's fine.
Well, yeah, but I think it's going to make its way around. I mean, not that whatever's happening in
True.
Sweden is affecting whatever's happening in the East Coast. I'm not suggesting that. I'm saying there could be a ripple effect,
There's
man.
a storm in Sweden that's affecting the internet in East Coast
That's
in
not-
Britain.
To be clear, the
not
internet's
what I'm
underground, right? It's not like in the air.
No, it is in the air. The storm is in the air, man.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
internet's underground in cables.
No, but I thought the internet flies through the. Oh
I thought
wow!
it was a
Going up.
satellite, right? No?
Yeah, I
don't
thought
know.
yeah, because of Wi-Fi. Like I thought through the air,
Well, it's cables to positions, then it's in the air.
cables to position. You sound like me, but that's a good point. We're learning.
We need the
Oh my
fact
God.
checker guy on this.
Yeah, get the fact checker guy, please.
Yeah. James doesn't know how to sit still, never mind fact check.
It's fine.
Oy. Anyway,
Oy.
well, thank you very much for coming on, and I'll let you know when it gets released.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me.
Brilliant. See you later.
Nice one.
This has been Rage Whale. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you had a whale of a time.
Oh, wait! Just before you head off to listen to another one of our episodes, I'm not going to ask you to give us a follow and a 5-star review or follow our social media such as Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, although that is your choice. But we would like to tell you about a new website we have called ragewhale.tmill.com, where you can get some merchandise to support us. Hoodies, t-shirts and mugs. There is a link here and on our social media profiles. Thank you so much for listening again. See you next time.